Chase Utley joins us now from the site of the WBC qualifiers in where else? Regensburg, Germany. I was not expecting to see Chase Utley in Germany. What are you doing there?
We're checking out some baseball. Some great baseball, to be honest with you. Just watching the Germany play Great Britain right now, 3-1 ball game. A little bit of a rain delay, but so far so good. Look, it's a pretty good matchup.
Well, those crazy Germans when it comes to baseball. You never know what you're going to get. Listen, your role right now as Major League Baseball ambassador with the games in London, it's cool to see, Chase, that you're still involved with the game. I know a little bit about London. My mom grew up there, so bangers and mash. They love that. That's their sausages and mashed potatoes. You're going to go pub to pub, tell these guys, hey, I got some bangers and mash on the baseball field, right?
Possibly. We have ventured to a few pubs over the course of the last five or 6 weeks, and we're still trying to figure out the one that works best, but we're enjoying it. We moved over, like you said, as a family to London to experience new cultures, travel around Europe a little bit, still stay involved in baseball, and try to build it up over here in Europe.
Chase, Joel Sherman here. You mentioned build it up. I was there a couple of years ago when the Yankees and the Red Sox played the 2 games in London, and the crowd was full and quite exciting. I sensed it was a lot of expats and a lot of people who came for the novelty. Do you have some thoughts on what would success be in your couple of years you're planning to spend there in bringing the game to London? Do you have like some metrics, some idea of what would success for baseball in London be?
Well, I think the earlier you can get kids playing, the better. And I think you need to get baseball on the map or on the kids' radar at a younger age. And an alternative sport to football, to cricket, which is heavily played in Europe. Just get baseball on the map, have them play it at a little bit younger age. Obviously, easier said than done. But, Major League Baseball has done a good job of starting to implement programs within the lower schools to get them involved in baseball and just get them understanding the game. And I think if they can do that over the course of the next 4 or 5 years, you may see another Max Kepler, for instance, a German player that is now playing for the Twins, a really good ball player. It can happen. You just need to put the pieces in place.
Yeah, I think that's great. Chase, it's Jake Peavy here. Speaking of growing the game, on the backs of that, right behind you, we see the World Baseball Classic logo. That was our chance to become teammates, not just competitors, get to know each other a little bit. Talk about, I know there's a lot of, Mark DeRosa, team manager for USA, trying to get players and talking about how hard it is for agents and just the process of getting guys to commit to play in the World Baseball Classic. Talk about your experience, and I'm sure it's along like mine, some of the best that I had in my Major League career.
Yeah, like you said, it was an amazing experience. And it was the first year that we did it, right? So we didn't really know what to expect. I checked my name on the box that I would love to play. And then you have guys like Derek Jeter, Jason Varitek, Roger Clemens, Jake Peavy, for instance. You can be teammates with these guys that I grew up watching in high school, guys that I grew up watching in college, now have the ability to share a field with them, also with the USA across your chest. It was pretty surreal, extremely intense, as you probably remember, Jake. I personally wasn't quite ready for that amount of intensity that early on, but I think they figured out some things over the years, and now it's an amazing tournament. And you have obviously United States teams. You have such great baseball talent all across the world, and this provides a platform for them to play.
Chase, you mentioned playing with Roger Clemens. You were close to the Rocket. You're also familiar with a Maverick because you worked with Miles Teller. That's right, event back in July. Of course, Miles, part of Top Gun Maverick, $1.4 billion. I know Miles a little bit, interviewed him before. Obviously, he is a massive Philadelphia Phillies fan, and he says he'd trade in life as an actor to be a utility guy, and you're one of his favorite players. Tell me about what that means to you, that Miles Teller's such a fan.
He's a great guy. Obviously, as you said, huge Philadelphia Phillies fan. I spent some time on the golf course with him, and just a great guy. I don't know if he should trade in being a baseball player from actor now, where he's kind of built a pretty good spot for himself. But yeah, I mean, you show the picture right there. We had a good time talking about the eBay ball.
Chase, I wonder, I know you can't add to your terrific career anymore, but not this offseason, the following offseason, you go on the Hall of Fame ballot. How much do you think about it? How important is it to you?
Joe, honestly, I don't really think about it until you just brought it up. I feel pretty fortunate and lucky to have been able to play a sport that I, played at 5 years old, able to, accomplish a lot of goals, a lot of huge dreams of mine, and play against the best players in the world. I was fortunate enough to play on some amazing teams in Philadelphia with a great cast of characters with Ryan Howard, Jimmy Rollins, Jason Worth, Pat Burrell. There's so many names, I can't even name them all, but I feel lucky and fortunate to play on those teams at that particular time. And whatever happens. I'm proud of what I was able to accomplish during my career. I felt like I left it all on the field, and that's good enough for me.
Yeah, you're a Hall of Famer in my book and a lot of others, Chase, no matter how it shakes out, but we'll do our best to push for you here. Look, you're fighting Phil's incredible season, big part of the Los Angeles Dodgers late in your career. We don't have to talk about those two teams, but is there anybody in the major leagues now that you watch and you go, man, I'd like to play with that guy, or you respect the way they go about the game in kind of the same fashions that you did?
Yeah, I mean, there's a few guys. I mean, obviously, you go to the stars, like watching Mike Trout on a daily basis. I've been in Southern California, so I have a front row seat for that, and it's pretty amazing what he's able to do. He's a big, strong, burly guy. You would think he should be on a football field, but he makes it look extremely easy on a baseball field. And going to one of his teammates, Shohei Ohtani, what he's doing is absolutely incredible. The fact that he's an all-star hitter as well as an all-star pitcher, doing two things at once is pretty amazing. There's so many guys out there that they're so talented and fun to watch.
Jake is too modest about the fact that generally in the head-to-head matchups, he had the edge over Chase Utley. That's not to denigrate Chase. We're just trying to give Jake some love here, but next time we'll get some video of that. Chase Utley had many great moments as well. By the way, I know you said you're going to be roaming all over Europe, and I think that's awesome for you and your family. I hope the next time we talk will be, that's right, Oktoberfest right around the corner. So hopefully another report for you from Germany, and you can tell us what that's like. Chase Utley, I appreciate you, man.
You got it, guys. Thanks for having me. Good to see you, Jake.
Same to you, pal. Keep going, man. I'm coming to see you over there.
Bring it.